Hello everybody, this is GB here once again, and well, here's something that is very important that you have here right now. This is a very important update video, and if you're not interested, click off right now and watch something else, cause it's just very important, and I don't want to hear that it's a boring video. So, alright. So, now since the uninterested people are off, this is what's happening to the SMP that I used to play. Yes, used, and this is why I haven't made a video last week, because this was a server I used to play. Yes, this is kind of hard to say, but let's go to the history of the SMP real fast. Alright, so this is the Discord server where it all happened, okay? It's called YouTube Creator Cafe, and, well, after leaving GG Kodo, a former friend of mine, of joining an SMP, I was on the search of finding a new one, and I saw GrimDeath1111's invitation of saying that he was looking for new people to join the SMP, and I checked out for all the qualifications, and it wasn't much. Yo, okay, you know what? Okay. So yeah. So then, if we go over here, you can see that I was, well, how can you explain it? I was saying I'm interested in your SMP, and then he says he's busy and he let me join. So then he invites me to the Ultimate Craft SMP, and it was pretty nice. At first, unfortunately I do not have footage of this, but I'll use a friend Mystic's video of showing what it was before the SMP really started. But before, it was just Grim, Mystic, and Weston, I'm pretty sure, and they were like the original trio, and I forgot who else joined, so don't blame me on that. But then I joined, and then other people started joining too. Then Grim said he wanted more people to join the SMP, and then I was like, yeah, sure, I can do that, and I helped him advertise there. I joined an old world where, like, Grim, Mystic, Weston, they kind of messed around on it, and it was all right when it happened. And Mystic said I could use his thing, and no audio, because he doesn't want that. But this is what it used to look like. An old, simple vanilla server. It was kind of calm, and it was, like, really nice. At first, they started using survival, I'm pretty sure, and they started building stuff. So then, later we started inviting mass amounts of people, and we started inviting even more people, to the point where the server itself couldn't hold any more people. So then we stopped. But then this happened. This person joined. She goes by as, yeah, that's how I say it. And how do I say this? It was kind of odd seeing this person, and especially meeting this person, because out of everyone who was a guy, she was a female gender, and everyone lost their freaking pants and lost it the moment she spoke in the VC. She DM'd me and said she's interested in the SMP, and then I start saying everything. I start doing the stuff, and yeah, and then how do I say this? She technically she started the SMP, and if you're wondering how she started the SMP, well, let's just say that she was questioning whether or not we have started or not, and then Grim's like, nah, but do you want to? And then Raven, which we call her right now, said, yeah, she would like to go into the SMP. So then she technically started the SMP. And yeah, so if you're asking if the owner was a simp, we cannot confirm, but from prior knowledge, probably. Oh, okay. So after it started, it went pretty well, but something happened that most people have agreed that kind of ruined the server itself. It kind of started when Lockless's ship got griefed and was lit on fire, and this was due to Grim. He griefed it, and I'm pretty sure probably with demo, but like I have no clue. And he started using cheats. Mystic and Lockless has tried to defend Lockless's ship, but Grim kept combat logging and like kept using cheats and admin power. So then, what did we decide to do? We decided to unionize and to have a revolt against Grim's SMP. As I'm going to show you, these are some images of Grim kind of just abusing his power. Yeah. See that? So this is, I'm pretty sure this is Mystic right over here. And this is Grim. And if you, I can't, maybe my editor could zoom in, but he's not standing on anything. He is completely flying right now. So, even after this, they kept abusing their power on the server. They flew into creative and started blowing up people's builds, kicked people out of their homes. And during this time, unfortunately, Raven left the server. It was a big deal about this. She was one out of the 3 females on the server. We had 2 other ones, not Nicole and Pigs. Grim didn't like Pigs, so he kicked Pigs out. And I can't really blame him. But then he kicked Not Nicole. And Not Nicole just didn't play on the server, so I didn't see anything to follow the same. But ever since Raven left, the server has not been the same, okay? After she left, people followed after her, and she left, and a lot of people left too. Nathan Val, other people that I can't remember the name. And this is actually kind of important. We had this person named Boring Hat.
Hello guys, welcome to my Minecraft Let's Play.
And at first I thought he was okay, but then he starts DMing me saying that he keeps getting harassed, as you can see, when he was mining. And like, somebody in creative keeps breaking his stuff, and he has proof. I was immediately intrigued about this. So I end up looking at his video, and that's it right there. But unfortunately, he has deleted it. But I have watched it, and after thorough proof, I have concluded that Grim did harass him, destroyed his build, and started trying to kill him in creative. And Boring Hat had nothing to do with it. Boring Hat confronted him about this, and Boring Hat confronted Grim about why he was cheating on the server. And he showed Grim the proof, and he got banned from it. I know, right? Crazy, isn't that weird, Mystic? So unfortunately, I do not have the video again, but like, I did watch it, and what happened was he was just trying to build, you know, where demo space in air quotation marks. He started building there, and then Grim started killing him, and he couldn't do anything. I've seen it, and he almost died. So yeah, so I asked Grim like, yo, why you like hurting people? And he's like, cause it's funny. And let me just scroll up to this, where I can find it. That's funny.
One eternity later.
So, this has been a really serious matter, and even I have a proof in a DM that Boring Hat said that he was being harassed by Grim, and then he had video to prove. And again, I do not have the video, but he said that that Grim said, "Lol, me too." Oh wait, that, and I said, "What?" Yeah, I did. It was funny. Why though? I punched him while in Viz, and then went into spectator. Yeah, it was kind of hard. And then, how do I say this? This may have gone off topic, and Mystic could agree that the second time it was hard. So, as we all know, the first episode I have was basically the introduction for the ultimate SMP, and this is a very important key detail. And you may be wondering, why is this a major key detail? Because the entire majority of that video, I was building a railway system. And many people has been asking, well, where is it? It's like, it's gone. And that is because Grim gave Demo basically creative. And then Demo basically got a bunch of things from creative, so giving out to people, and destroyed that rail. And then after that, I vowed to screw him over at any point possible because I just didn't like Demo. Who doesn't? But then after, it's kind of weird because Demo afterwards said that he didn't like to cheat anymore. And then when he was gonna die, he asked Grim for help. Grim denied and said no. Demo didn't like that. What? I know, right? Demo didn't like this and said that he wasn't on Grim's side anymore. And Grim left a 72 hours timer for something. Something he called Red Christmas. Now, if you go back to Mystics Reality Channel _ reality. Oh, we all know the story. Well, when he quote-unquote set the timer for 72 hours, and when he called it Red Christmas, he said that he was going to go into creative and blow everyone's build. So, what did I do? Well, I pretended to be on his side to get all the information I needed. Because at this point, I couldn't trust most of the people. I could trust Mystic, Shiny, and myself. Not a lot of people. Because anyone could have been a traitor and I would have no clue about this. So I pretended to be on his side. The day came and some people made some Christmas specials about this. And I told Demo, I know, the guy I hate, I told him that, watch out, Grim may blow things up. So he took extreme precautions. He blew up his own tower and said that Season 1 was over.
Bruh.
But let's be honest, it didn't really start. It wasn't good. It wasn't good after that day. It wasn't because what Demo did, it was because what he left behind. He left a big hole in the wall. And that was, as you can see, that was a problem in revamping the server. So during these times, when Grim and Weston decided to use their admin powers, we kind of all grouped up together and tried to take down Grim, even though we knew that it would probably not work. Which is right. So we kind of formed a Discord server called Neutralizers. We have formed a Neutralizers Discord server, and what we do? Stuff about the SMP. It wasn't that much, but it was the only place that we could VC each other without Grim actually seeing us. That was something that started, I don't know, something that started a controversy, and I'll get into that later. So Weston or something Rashavi has decided to join our team and said that he wants to repent for what he did, and everyone agreed. So we decided to say, yes, you can help us. So he said he had a plan to kill Grim, but I was kind of skeptical. Why would an admin help us in order to help us take over his own SMP, because he's co-owner? But at that point, I didn't really care, okay? Anything was necessary to take over Grim. But later throughout that, I started having second thoughts. Well, if you think about this, you gotta know. Sure, we kill Grim, we take his stuff, what's gonna happen next? It doesn't matter if we really killed Grim. Grim is the owner of the SMP. He could kick everyone out in a heartbeat. And let's be honest, Mystic, he would do that. So yeah, these are the things this is the reason, and this is it all stacks up at the end, let's be honest. They may not add a big role, but they still add something to why the SMP is dead today. Even though we killed Grim on his own server, he'll just kick everyone out. So later we just all feared Grim, because what's Grim gonna do? He's gonna be in creative and he's just gonna kill everyone. And he's gonna spawn kill them over and over again. And no one wanted that. They didn't want to build grief, and they didn't want to be killed. Because people, unlike him, we spent after hard work on that gear. And we spent time our time building there, and he doesn't care. Actually, you know what's funny? You want to know something funny, Mystic? When we were actually, you know, remember when Grim was deciding to kill everyone to take their armor and basically set back the server to the point where everyone would have to restart? You know what his plan was from there? Because he told me that. He was planning, okay? So basically, he would take all our stuff and he would basically still have his stuff. And with that, you know what he would do? If any of us had anything better than iron, he would just kill us and take everything from us and then grace a build for us to restart. I know, right? So, after he started abusing his power, the decline of the server kind of happened. People left and they never joined, and the server was dying. In result, I decided to try to revamp the SMP and I tried to encourage other people. And you know this, I was saying, alright, you know what, the server is dying, so how about we just make it better? Mystic, Barat, Cerulean, Shiny. We tried to revamp it, and I may not have the best memories, but Grim didn't even help us do that. It was his server and it was dying. So the people of the server tried to make it better. But I don't remember him trying to help us do that. So Grim's major role, he didn't help us build. All he did was grief and kill people. So it was no longer fun anymore. So the so-called people of the server of the SMP disbanded and chose their own path. From what I've heard, Mystic, so you, Lockless, Pepless, Shiny, probably other people, joined Collide's SMP. Oreo and Barat Gaming still has hope for the server, which, I mean, I can't blame them, but they still play on the server, and you can tell that. Weston, Grim, Michael, and some other of their friends has joined their own SMP called The Empire. Then there's me. I don't know what to choose, because there's the point where I get too excited to join a new SMP, and there's the point where I just don't want the pressure of making these videos with other people. So, and you gotta know, making videos like this takes a lot of time, and it's probably going to be edited, but it takes lots of time to just edit it myself and send it to my editor at the same time. So I had to make a decision. So I have two ideas in mind. To make my own survival world and play with some friends. No anarchy, no wars, just building and having fun. So yeah, but everyone has to make their own choices, and I chose to move forward, unlike some people. See, the problem with this SMP was I saw potential in this SMP. He had everything going for him. He had a good server. He had people willing to make good videos on the server. He had the people with the right mindsets. But he kind of ruined it, and that's kind of a problem. As time went on, I saw the server, the future of the server and its potential started diminishing. So, with this in mind, that's probably going to be the end of this video, but I'll probably talk to Mystic, even though, still. So, are you still on the MC right now? And I was AFK for so long. Alright, so Mystic. Okay, so in your own words, do you agree that Grim could have done something? In other words, that the reason the SMP has fallen is because of numerous things, but it's mostly Grim. it's sad. It's very sad to see how someone could just ignore their own creation and yet still feel no remorse about it at the same time. He ignored everything, and it gone to, so they had a point of redemption, okay? And that was the point of revamping the server. I felt like that was probably the only way we could have saved the SMP. It was like a last hope for the SMP. But then he just didn't do anything, and he just continued not to care. And from that point, if he didn't have the time and he didn't really care about the SMP, he might as well said it straight to everyone's face. Because it took me for so long, and I kind of regret it. It took me so long to realize that he just doesn't care about what happened. And if he doesn't care, there's no reason that any other person should care about this. I agree with you. That's something that we should all probably remember later on when we choose our separate path, because there's no guarantee right now that we'll choose the same path, because everyone's different. We each choose our own separate path, and even though we could give each other advice, it's to the point where we ourselves as people gotta choose hard decisions to make. Like, to a point where right now the hardest decision was, do I have to accept that the SMP is dead, that my time was basically wasted on the SMP? And it took me a couple of days to consider this, and you gotta know, once you make up a mind, you should not look back. And this is going to be the last time I'm going to ever talk about that SMP, because I think that we should probably like move on with our lives about that. Yeah, this we had to do. You can't see me behind the camera, but you have no idea how much like confusion, some like different emotions is mixed up right now. It's kind of hard to make this video, you know, to address what happened and like how something great fell apart. And yeah, guys, so I have to say a couple of things before the video ends. First of all, check my editor at the description. He is probably going to do most of this part because I don't like to edit myself. Also check Mystic Reality's channel. He shows great content there too. And if you want to know more about the SMP, you could either look at my videos, his videos, because we both basically have the same things but with different genres. And yeah, so if you like the video, please consider leaving a like, maybe subscribe. You don't know. It really helped both of us out. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys later. Goodbye, guys.